Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about how American standards are in the dumpster. Like literally. So I'm gonna try to name like 10 areas where American standards are either the lowest quality in the world or the worst in the world. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. So let's look at some of the areas where America is either at the bottom, the worst, or they're at the top. They're number one in a bad product, bad environment, bad habits, whatever it is. Number one, obesity and related diseases. The U.S. has one of the highest rates of obesity in the world, contributing to rising cases of heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. See, guys, so like I said before, America is first world on paper, but we're a third world in principle. So like you can be malnourished and obese, and you can be malnourished and impoverished. So Americans are malnourished and obese because the nutrients that they're getting is killing them. And in a third world country, the nutrients that they lack is killing them. So we're just the extreme on the other end. See, the third world, they lack nutrients and food. That's killing them. And then in America, we're overeating poor nutritious foods, fake foods, chemical laced and drug laced foods, and it's killing us. Let's go to the next one. Opiate epidemic. Widespread addiction to prescription painkillers and illegal opiates like heroin and fentanyl has caused a significant increase in overdose deaths. So if I'm not mistaken, America is the number one in drug abuse in the whole world. Let's go to the next one. Mental health. I think America is the leading country with the most mental health issues. It says increasing rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide, particularly among teens and young adults, highlight mental health as a growing public health challenge. See, guys, because everybody want it all now. They don't want to wait. They want to get on the freeway going 500 miles an hour in a Hyundai. No one wants. Everybody wants immediate gratification. They want to get on social media and lie and try to be a scammer and run all these games and traps and tricks on everybody. They want to put their body up for sale. This is in America. And then third world countries where they have limited access to financial prosperity, they have to do things that they don't want to do, like prostitution. But in America, these people are in the most prosperous country in the world, and they still prostituting themselves. You know why? Because they want too much too fast. The country is a cesspool of financial, psychological, and mental debt. Morally, socially, psychologically bankrupt. Country, the citizens, a lot of the Americans are mentally insolvent. Like they can't function because everybody's addicted to something. You have people that's addicted to smoking, drugs, sex. You have people that's addicted to gaming, people that's addicted to social media. You have very few people. You got people that's addicted to violence and gore and porn. You got people that's addicted to gambling, alcohol, shopping. Very few people that's addicted to peace, love, minimalism, a simple life, compassion. You even have people that's addicted to homelessness. Imagine that. You have people that's addicted to being homeless. They would rather be homeless than to be housed. You know why? Because when you're housed, you have to be responsible, and there are rules that apply. Like you may not be able to smoke, or you might not be able to have your 8 dogs with you. You may not be able to have your addicted drug addict boyfriend come over, or girlfriend come over to your housing. See, so a lot of homeless people are addicted to being homeless. As crazy as that sounds, but there's no crazier than a person that's addicted to fentanyl, addicted to cutting themselves, addicted to dyeing their hair, addicted to tattoos. You can be addicted to anything, and it all can be destructive if you overdo it. See, you have ballerinas that's it's an addiction, and they will ruin their feet, their ankles, their toes to do something that they love. But it's a destructive addiction because it's harmful. So guys, you have to have balance in your life. You can't become obsessive with one area too much, or it would destroy you, even if it looks good. You can drink too much water, guys. You can eat too much fruit. You can sunbathe too much. So too much of a good thing is bad. You can drink too much wine. Too much of a good thing is bad, including love. You can literally love somebody too much, and they will start taking your love for granted. Let's continue, guys. Gun violence and public health. Gun-related deaths and injuries, including homicides and suicides, are a major public health crisis in the U.S. I think the United States leads the world in gun violence. Let's continue. Diabetes. High rates of type 2 diabetes, largely linked to diet, obesity, and lifestyle, continue to strain the health care system. See? Diabetes is a symptom of poor eating habits and a poor, lazy, sedentary lifestyle. See, the luxuries of the first world, too much luxury is not good for your health, guys. I hate to break it to you. Too much luxury is not good for your mental health. Too much poverty is bad for your mental health. You need balance. You need balance. So sitting around on your ass in poverty is not good for your mental or your physical health. Sitting around on your ass in luxury is not good for your mental and your physical health. See, guys, it's the extreme of either end. Neither one of them is good for you. Let's continue. Again, guys, we're talking about where America leads the world in their bad habits and destructive behavior. Gun violence, drug abuse, mental illness, mental health issues, obesity. Let's continue, guys. Cardiovascular disease. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the U.S., driven by lifestyle factors like poor diet, lack of exercise, and smoking. All this goes back to obesity, mental health, and diabetes. See, all of it is the same. See, exercise and smoking. Let's see. Oh, access to health care. Despite Affordable Care Act, millions of Americans still lack adequate health insurance, leading to delays in treatment and poor health outcomes. See? Why can't health care be free? Because it's for profit. It is for profit. If healthcare was free, it would destroy the system. Because there are way too many obese, smoking, lazy psychopaths that will drain the system. It will collapse the system. It will overload the system. The system would definitely capsize. Because there'd be way too many overweight people on the system. It'll capsize. Okay, guys, let's go to the next one. Alzheimer's disease and dementia. With an aging population, the rates of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia are rising, placing significant burden on the healthcare system and caregivers. See, guys, and both of those goes back to eating habits. Both Alzheimer's and the dementia goes back to eating habits, eating too much processed garbage, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, and stress. It all goes back to the same thing. It all goes back to the same thing, guys. Like, you cannot get away from bad habits. All of this goes back to the same thing. Poor lifestyle choices, excess, laziness, lack of discipline. All that go back to the same thing, guys. The last 5 things all go back to the same thing. Cardiovascular, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease. See? Let's continue, guys. Chronic respiratory disease. Here's another one where America is number one. America is not number one with less stress, longevity. I think Japan is number one with longevity. America's not number one with the low rate of homelessness. America's not number one with the low rate of suicide. Oh, well, I take that back now. I think Japan may have a high rate of suicide. Yeah. And that suicide is based off of the need to not embarrass the family and the pressure to succeed, which is not good, but that's how it is over there. All right, guys, let's continue. Chronic respiratory disease. Conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and asthma, exacerbated by smoking, air pollution, and occupational hazards, continue to pose significant health challenges in the U.S. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, also, let's look at the incarceration rate in the United States. The United States is number one in that area, see? Then we're number one in all the bad areas. Well, I don't think we're number one in any positive areas in the world. We're number one in all the bad areas, guys. Let's continue. United States. The U.S. lead, I think we may be number one in literacy. I think most Americans can read and write. So that is good. That's the only thing that's saving us. Let's continue. United States. The U.S. leads the world with the highest incarceration rate, with over 600 prisoners per 100,000 people. This is driven by factors like tough on crime policies, drug-related offenses, and long sentences. So, guys, you gotta remember, guys, most of the people that are incarcerated is on misdemeanor crimes. Now, I think that misdemeanor crimes should be addressed before they get larger. So I'm not downplaying misdemeanor crimes, because like vandalism, graffiti, and that small shit, that can get you, if it's impacting you, yeah, you're gonna want them to be in jail. because they can become a nuisance and a problem in society, and they get worse and worse. The shoplifters, the car break-ins, the home invasions, they should get worse and worse. So those small crimes have to be addressed. Whether it's traffic crimes, running red lights, road rage, speeding, yeah, all that stuff, it can magnify and it can get worse. So I'm sorry, we got a lot of weird mentally ill people in America that do a lot of petty crimes, and they have to be dealt with, unfortunately. Let's look at the rest of the countries. El Salvador. El Salvador has a very high incarceration rate, largely due to its struggle with gang violence and crime. Turkmenistan, I don't even know what that said. It's in Central Asia. Turkmenistan. This Central Asian nation also has a high incarceration rate, attributed to its authoritarian government and harsh punishment for political dissent and minor crimes. Rwanda's high incarceration rate is linked to post-genocide trials and the country's focus on addressing both political and criminal offenses. Cuba. Despite being a relatively small country, Cuba has a high prison population, attributed to its strict political regime and criminal justice system. Thailand has a high incarceration rate, mainly due to its strict drug laws and the resulting large number of drug-related incarceration. Russia. Yeah, and it's funny how America got a higher incarceration rate than El Salvador, Cuba, Russia, Brazil, Panama, all these other, second and third world countries. Russia's high incarceration rate is a result of its strict legal system, long sentences, and high conviction rates. Brazil has a growing prison population due to crime, poverty, and gang-related activities in urban areas. Panama has a high incarceration rate, often driven by drug trafficking offenses and criminal activity related to its strategic location as a drug route. Turkey's incarceration rate has increased in recent years, largely due to political crackdowns following the failed coup in 2016. See, guys, so basically, guys, like I was saying, America's standards are in the dumpster, literally. So that's all I gotta say for this video, guys. Guys, remember to download and deploy your anti-malware software, debug and unplug from the matrix, guys. Guys, remember to keep your house, your car, your mind, your diet, and your body clean. Keep your house clean, keep your car clean, keep your mind clean, keep your diet clean, keep your body clean. That's all we ask, guys. Keep these areas of your life clean. Drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the chemicals, and the poison that's in the food supply. Guys, you're already being poisoned. You're being micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating in your lower self, you're also unconsciously poisoning your children and your pets. Guys, you must resurrect your consciousness because your consciousness is dead. You must resurrect your consciousness and realize that you need the universe more than you need the university. Because that's where you get the vital information from to live a more wholesome life in alignment with the universe. Okay, guys, until next time, guys, I'm Countryman777, and I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.